And Sir Nick Faldo going to be on the call for CBS this weekend. Very familiar with this course, Nick. You saw it a lot in the 90s and 2000s like we did. You played the PGA Championship there a couple of times. But we haven't seen it in 15 years. How much has this course changed?
Well, it's changed completely now. Gil Hanse has gone in and done a extensive redo. I haven't seen it in this state. I'm only picking up on social media that basically the guys love it. You know, he's widened things up off the tee. So there was a lot of angled fairways. This is probably a good example of the clubhouse sits on top of the hill, and there was a lot of left to right fairways. And so he's widened quite a few of those up, made it so the driver has really become a key club. A lot of bunkering and very, very steep undulating greens. There's a lot of talk about, how fast can they make the greens, because there's an awful lot of undulation on them. So, hey, all in all, I'm hearing the guys love it. It's a great golf course. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'll sneak in there and go and walk it early one morning.
Of course, Tiger Woods won here the last time. It was at Southern Hills, 2007. He was a much different player back then. How does his current game match up with the new course, in your opinion?
Well, Tiger's recovery is quite remarkable, isn't it, really? I mean, the man literally lost his right foot. Where are we? Nearly 18, not quite 18 months ago. You know, that the physical test at Augusta was very good. I mean, that is one of the toughest walks. This one's an awkward walk, as I was describing. So we've been seeing he came in early last week for a practice round. He came in Sunday. He is extremely keen. I mean, so I should think he's absolutely relieved and delighted that he's able to prepare how he used to be able to prepare. That was amazing when he did that fist pump, and he did his knee in on that fist pump. So I think he's delighted that he's out there playing, and all in all, his game looks quite good. And I think this golf course, it won't be a 20 under par. It'll be a few under par. That's what they like. They can make it as tough as they like. So it's really about keeping the ball in play, great driving, great irons. And I don't think you're going to see an awful lot of birdies. It's going to be more about how do you keep the bogeys off your scorecard this week.
That's always the question going into a major championship is, how many guys can be under par? What's a good score going to be? I think Tiger was 8 under or so when he won here in 07, but one of just 5 players or so that were under par for the week. If you're looking to win this thing, what's a good final score to par going to be, in your opinion?
Yeah, well, that's a very good point. I mean, that's what the PGA of America are probably looking for. I like that in majors. It's single digit. If you break 70, it's a very good round. Obviously, if you shoot anything less than 68, fantastic. Everybody says, wow, how did you do that? So it's more of that style of golf, which I like in the majors. So that, I think we'll be looking at the same. I'm hearing from the players, when you've got pretty severe greens, you can obviously make things easier with hole locations or extremely difficult. So they can control the speed of the race, as I call it, and shoot for a score. But I think they'd be looking for a very similar 8 under would be, my goodness, I'm sure quite a few players would say, I'll take that right now, sit in the clubhouse.
And some really exciting groupings that we're going to get on Thursday and Friday. Tiger is playing with Rory, playing with Jordan Spieth. And Jordan Spieth's been playing well. He came up with a win a few weeks ago, then a runner-up finish in his last event. Needs this for the career Grand Slam. He says he's always going to have this one circled. Is he ready to return to major glory at this point?
I think this is his best chance in almost the 5 or 6 years, the 6 chances he's had. Obviously, winning at Hilton Head, that's, his scrambling was off the charts. He said he didn't have a putter, but, you still make a great score and play really nice. Was in there all week, last week. Obviously wants to win in Dallas, hometown. It didn't quite happen, but, it just means I'm playing great. They're all going to a golf course they kind of know or like. So there's a lot of guys feeling good. So Jordan must be feeling good as well. I think the driver is improving. Some beautiful iron play last week. Plenty of 8 irons that did exactly this. Even closer than that. Plenty of them were finishing 2 feet from the hole. And Yeah, and the putter's come alive. So I should think he's feeling very comfortable that this is a good opportunity for him to, hey, it'll be pretty cool. I mean, it's an incredible achievement to make, to win, to achieve the Grand Slam. It would be quite a phenomenal week for us all to watch.
And of course, grouped with a guy in Rory McIlroy who's been trying to get the career Grand Slam as well, and Tiger Woods, who did it a long time ago. And we also have a grouping of the top 3 players in the world who coincidentally have won the last 3 major championships. How much fun is it going to be to watch Scheffler, Rahm, and Morikawa together?
Do you know what I think is so good about this? It means that guys will be really switched on first tee Thursday morning. There's no Thursday, Friday, just ease my way into this major. They're going to be all hyped up. They're staring at each other. They're all favorites. You've got about 9 guys that are literally, all looking at each other. As you said, and then of course you've got Brooks Koepka group as well. And so all these guys are going to be looking at each other and thinking, yeah, I've got to beat him, and I'm playing with him. So it's great. I think it's the excitement will start right on Thursday morning, which I always liked in majors. I thought, yeah, you get your intensity right on Thursday morning, and play as hard as you can for 72 holes.
It was a year ago this week that a lot of the golf world was talking about that infamous eye roll that Brooks Koepka gave when Bryson walked behind him during an interview. But it's been pretty quiet for those two since, hasn't it? A lot of that has to do, I would think, with the fact that they're both battling injuries, trying to find their games. What kind of shape are they in heading into this week?
Oh, I don't think they're going to be swinging their handbags at each other this week. So handbags at 20 paces. Gosh, no, I think they've got enough on their plate. Brooks withdrew last week, so he's obviously he's gone from ankle to knee to hip issues. Obviously, Bryson, the hand. Amazing that he's had surgery and he's out there thrashing away. He's got to be very careful with that one. Obviously the doctors, and he knows. I hope he knows what he's doing with that, because especially with his grip, if he gives it one more whack at the wrong time, that will undo all that work. So you've got to be sensible. So whether he feels he's playing a little handicapped, a bit of compensation, got to compensate for it. I'm not sure. So, but we have so many good players in with a shout. It's going to be a really strong PGA.
Going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to hear you on the call. Safe travels out there to Southern Hills. Have a great weekend. Sir Nick Faldo, thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you all. Cheers. Thank you.
CBS's coverage on Saturday and Sunday will begin at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. You can also stream it live on Paramount Plus. The PGA Championship teeing off tomorrow morning from Southern Hills in Tulsa.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.